Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet the wattle stitch. The wattle stitch is a really easy 1 row repeat and it builds up this beautiful fabric which is fully reversible. To begin, pop a slip knot onto your hook. Now the pattern multiple for the wattle stitch couldn't be easier, it is just 3. So all that means is we're going to chain in multiples of 3 until your project is the width that you want it to be. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep repeating that until you have the width that you would like for your project. Once you have your chains, we're going to start the wattle stitch, and I personally like to go into the back bumps of the chain for this stitch. So if you look at the front of your chains, you have these little V's formed each time you make a chain. And if you turn it over, you'll see you have these little bumps on the back. These are the area I like to work into for the wattle stitch. So find the second chain from your hook. The loop on your hook does not count as anything. You only want to count these fully formed chains hanging down below. So 1, 2, turn it around and find that second back bump. And into that second chain, we're going to work a single crochet. Every row for the wattle stitch starts and ends with 1 single crochet. Now into the next chain, we begin working the wattle stitch itself. Now the wattle stitch is a combination of 3 stitches worked into 1 chain. So we're going to single crochet into the next chain, chain 1, and double crochet back into that same chain. So we have a single crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet all worked into the same chain. That little sequence is what forms the wattle stitch. We're going to skip 2 chains and into the third work the wattle stitch. So skip 2 and into that third chain we work a single crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet back into that same chain. Skip 2 and into the third chain, single crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Skip 2 chains and into the third, work 1 single crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. We're going to work this little sequence all the way down the chains until you have just 3 chains remaining. So skip 2 and into the third, single crochet, chain 1, and double crochet into the same chain. Once you've worked your way across your project and you have just 3 chains remaining, to end, we're going to skip 2 chains and into that very last chain, we're going to work 1 single crochet only. For row number 2 will be the pattern repeat row. All that means is we simply repeat row 2 over and over and over again until your project is the length that you want it to be. So for row 2, we're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and turn our work. Now into the top of that single crochet below, we work 1 single crochet stitch. Then we're going to find the chain 1 space in between our single and double crochet combination from the row below. So if you look at these little clusters that we made, these little wattle stitch clusters, we have a single crochet, a chain 1 space, and then a double crochet. Into that chain 1 space, we're going to work the same combination. So single crochet, chain 1, and double crochet into that chain 1 space of your little wattles from the row below. Find the next little cluster, Pull it apart slightly and you'll see your chain 1 space. In there we work the wattle stitch combination. Single crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. We're going to work this into the chain 1 spaces of your little wattle stitches from the row below all the way across. So find your chain 1 space and work 1 single crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. Find your next little wattle stitch from the row below, find the chain 1 space and form the new wattle stitch combo in there. So single crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. Once you have run out of chain 1 spaces for your little wattle stitches to work into, you'll be left with just 1 single crochet at the end of the row. You might want to rotate your work slightly to see it because it does have a tendency to tuck itself in and around. And into the top of that very last single crochet, we work 1 single crochet. So to recap that pattern repeat row, which was row number 2, we chain 1 and turn. Work a single crochet into the top of the single crochet directly below you. Find the chain 1 spaces in between your little wattle stitch combinations on the row below, and into those chain 1 spaces we work new wattle stitches. So single crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet into that chain 1 space. Work this all the way along until you have run out of little wattle stitch combinations to work your new combination into. Once you have run out of these chain 1 spaces to work into, at the end we're going to find that very last single crochet of the row. You have 2 stitches here, ignore that one, we're going straight for that very last single crochet of the row and work a single crochet into that. So keep repeating that row over and over until your project is the length that you want it to be. Once your project is the length that you want it to be and you have worked your final single crochet, to finish we're simply going to chain 1, cut your yarn, leaving a nice length for weaving in, pull that up, out, tight, and all that is left is for these 2 tails to be woven in. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do let me know what you think of the wattle stitch down in the comments below, and until next time, happy crocheting! Bye!